Hey guys, I'm bullish China, and I want to explain why. We're going to go through a bunch of charts, some inter-market analysis, some ETFs, and some trades that I'm actually looking at. So let's jump on in, okay? Got a lot to cover here. First thing we want to talk about is emerging markets. That's EEM, that's an ETF, 29% China here, right? So we're thinking that if this is moving upwards, which it looks like it's ready to do so, we imagine China's in the driving seat. But if I run a ratio of this is emerging markets with China as the numerator, so that means if it's moving up, that's leading, and the denominator is ex-China emerging markets. So this has been moving down, which means China's showing weakness against the other emerging markets. But you'll notice it didn't make a lower low here. That's what I'm getting at. That made me really excited, and I wanted to jump in and look at some ETFs, some trades. But before I do, I'd be foolish to think that everyone's ready to just jump in on China. There's a lot of distrust out there. So I want to explain to you why, even if you're not going to trade China, you want to track it. And I'll bring you this correlation. U.S. copper, China, and SPY. Those are the top three panels there. The bottom panel is the US dollar index. And what we want to see in an ideal, very bullish world, we want to see these three moving up and US dollar index moving down. And that's not happening yet, but we're getting closer and closer. SPY is definitely the leader here. It moved up first. We're seeing US copper forming a very constructive ascending triangle here. And China looks like it's coiling tighter and tighter and tighter, but did just break above that level that I've got drawn there. The confusing part for me is US dollar. We're wondering, does it want to come back up because it just crossed back above that level? We're all eyes on the US dollar right now. Put that aside. This is what we want in an ideal bull market. So let's think of how we would want to trade this if we felt it was go time. This ETF, the Golden Dragon, right? I love this ETF. Another one that's very similar is CHIQ, which is also very much on my radar right now, but I like this one a little bit more. You can see here, right, we same pattern, right? Same one as that, the ratio chart we just looked at. We're just not making that lower low. And then we came up, tested a key level, and now we're moving back above that. That to me is bullish. You can see also we're in that RSI bullish range, which I'm always talking about. So I'm thinking PGA, it goes here. And if it goes here, it could be the beginning of a fairly fruitful trend. We'll just have to see. But let's dive under the hood a bit on what's in this ETF. And here's the one that interests me the most, BABA. And it interests me maybe in like a mega cap kind of way, large cap. So what we've got down here, right, we've clearly got the same thing. Just we're not making those lower lows anymore. We're breaking out above a previous high. This looks constructive to me. Really excited about this. And if you're feeling the juice, but you want to add some more, there's actually a leveraged ETF called BABX, which is BABA performance times 1.5. So this is actually much more constructive. You look at this chart, this looks more bullish than the actual BABA chart does. That's another reason why I'm getting excited. Let's keep going here. Next we have PDD, right? Now this is a finance platform, right? Online finance platform. This is looking really constructive. You see a succession of higher lows. It's only now really breaking out of that trend. And guess what? Yeah, we're about to make it. We've already broken out above that previous high. Things look good here. I'm telling you, China, China, China. But here's an old favorite of mine, NIO. We actually did a video about EVs and self-driving cars recently. NIO is in it. I'll put a link to that video in the description below this one. But this one looks great to me. If it breaks above that level, it's hard to argue against this being bullish and being ready to go. I will add or close with this. There is an ETF that's basically China on steroids called YINN, YINN. This is a 3x leveraged ETF. So if you believe that China is in fact ready to go, this right here can carry you to really great returns, but also it's 3x on the losses. So with leveraged ETFs, you got to balance your risk, as you always do, of course, but just be careful. Think about how you want to play it. Hey, this has been The Disruptor. I'm bullish China. I'll put this up on Twitter and on YouTube. I'll drop in that link to the previous video on NEO. Y'all have a good one. Cheers, y'all.